Thelma, dear. It's all thanks to me that you could keep your position as head of the Southern Branch. So maybe you should return some of that favor, no?
I know, that was the deal. What do you want this time?
I want your crew to take care of the things on this list. I think I might be able to locate it soon enough.
These are all ridiculous requests. Well, though we have the right team for this.
Let me guess. Section 2.
Yes.
See? I'm a very considerate person, Thelma.
The library is on the list as well, now appointed as an urban plague by the Hana Association.
That's the one I'm particularly interested in, actually.
Roland,
Yeah? Uh-huh?
if your estimation is correct, we'll have to thoroughly prepare ourselves for guests from major syndicates and even wings from now on, right?
That was the third most surprising thing to happen to me here.
What nonsense are you going on about this time?
You just called me Roland.
Because that's your name.
I mean, yeah, but you've never referred to me with my name before.
My level of trust for you has increased, and I wanted to reinforce our amity, so I tried referring to you in relatively more intimate terms. Is there a problem?
Come on, that's a boring answer. It's been a long while since anyone called me by my name still. Last time I heard that was from my family, I guess.
Didn't you say that your grandma disappeared long ago?
Oh, I have a wife, you see.
That's intriguing.
Huh. You're not intrigued by the concept that someone like me managed to get married, right? You're intrigued by the whole concept of this inefficient practice among humans known as marriage, right?
Please tell me more about your marriage.
Just a heads up, it's an overall banal story with some sad moments. Don't think you'll really like it.
I'm always open for news stories of others.
Says the one who won't even tell me the story of her own life.
I can't bring myself to recount that story ever again. I'm simply too sick of it. It's a boring and trifling story that looped over and over for 10 millennia. Imagine reading the same book for 1 million years. You'll surely grow to resent it.
I'd have choked myself by the tie around the 5th time I'd be forced to read a boring book. Well, anyway, I used to work my ass off. Had nothing better to do. I wasn't a bad fit for fixer work, coming from a rough background and all. As I kept working like a busy bee, I got a house in a decent spot, and met a so-called soulmate. She was such a tough woman. When I looked at her back, I felt the comfort of finding a place to belong to. Something I couldn't feel even when I bought my house. I made so many attempts to try and catch her attention. Oh, am I dragging on too long?
It's fine. Please continue.
I did get a bunch of opportunities to see her, since we were in the same industry. My wife was a pretty highly graded fixer, by the way. She was dependable for a reason. Anyway, countless ups and downs later, we tied the knot. I put it simply here, but the heartache I felt in those twists and turns was real, you know? Both of us had piled up a hefty amount of money from working like dogs, so we decided to quit being fixers for a while and spend a peaceful time together. This part is kinda corny, but happy is the only word to describe how I felt. Really. I was alone my whole life, and finally had someone to rely on. All we had to worry about was what to have for lunch, where to take a stroll in the evening, what to name our child and stuff. And one day, I got an urgent call from a friend asking me to do a request far away from home. You can probably guess where this is going by now. The job wasn't a huge deal, and the pay was alright, so I decided to take it. The lady who lived with me said okay too. I was dispatched to a district famous for Pagion, which was my wife's favorite food. I could almost see her mouth water with the thought of eating it when she sent me off. To live up to my better half's expectations, I purchased a stasis preservation box from U-Corp to present her with a warm Pagion that's straight from the kitchen. But a huge incident occurred in my home district while I was away. The house collapsed, and my wife died along with our child she was still pregnant with. I cried for a long while, cursing this world and the city. I writhed and struggled, trying to earn this happiness. So why does it have to slip out of my hands so easily? Alright, that's the end of my story. This kind of stuff can happen to anyone in the city. It's only a matter of endurance.
And you could endure that trial?
I'm trying to settle it on my own terms.
What was the second most surprising thing for you, by the way?
Oh, that working here suits me better than I thought, I guess? I'm saving the biggest surprise for the last. It's no fun to spoil everything at once, is it?
Fine then. I'll leave you with sorting the rest of the books.
Taste of sweepers never cease to surprise.
Always disgusting in new ways. Never realized there could be so many flavors of filth.
Reminded of taste of fixer we ate. Was soft, was happy.
Hard to eat, but tasty. Produced good silk. Was satisfied.
Must feed on sweepers for another week.
Because we must spin more silk?
Index gave such prescript.
What if Mother of Sweepers move before we finish?
We hunt and feast. Must weave cloth.
No. Wondered if we have plans once sweepers start retaliation. If they all seriously try to eat us, we must have limits.
Sweepers are quiet for now. Reasons unknown.
Index has its case on us. We only make fabric as prescript pointed.
No other prescript from Index?
None. No need for worry. Index is good friend.
Hello, everyone.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Messenger, greetings.
Yes, thanks for the greetings. I'm here to give you a new prescript.
Head to library?
Have other paper with you. This is no prescript.
You're right. This is an invitation to the library. It's needed according to the prescript.
Must go to library.
We must eat sweepers and weave fabric.
Can we eat messenger?
Will be tasty, would produce good silk.
No, I'm afraid not. You guys must obey the prescripts, remember? You want to continue your silk-making business, no? If you don't follow your prescripts, the proxies will visit you.
Prescript come first for us.
If we break order, prescript will not forgive.
Perhaps the library have new ingredient to make new silk with?
Since I'm done delivering the prescript, I'll be on my way. I'm sure you guys are already aware, but don't forget what happens if you fail to carry out any prescript.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're here to retrieve our fabric.
Hello there. It's the Kurakumo clan, a Thumb subsidiary, right?
Greetings, Kurokumo clan.
We'll take the new oval fabric requested by the Thumb. The payment is in that briefcase. By the by, I'm certain a finger bow bell is about to begin. And this is a rather frivolous behavior from the Index.
What should we do, Dame?
He may be a simple messenger, but he's still an executive member of the Index. It will be difficult to take him on by our own. It is a valuable opportunity nonetheless, especially since the messenger is alone right now.
Sure. All I do is deliver words from above.
The Index is the same as always.
Now then, why don't we go our own ways if we're done with all business here? The carnival can visit the library, we can take our fabric, and Mr. Messenger probably has places to be.
Is that an organization producing fabric?
Yep. Quality fabric is a rarity. Tailors are just as important as syndicates and fixers. Those guys seem to be operating underground. Looks like they're reading people to make silk.
What's so special about it? Isn't it just the same old piece of cloth?
Nuh-uh. That's not your ordinary textile, ma'am. You still have a lot to learn. There's a good reason a lot of hotshots in the city are dressed in normal-looking attire and not plate armor. You've probably seen it from some guests, but those aren't just regular clothes. A high-quality fabric can provide just as much protection as an augmentation procedure. Not even money could buy top-of-the-line fabric sometimes. Some can only be earned by joining memberships of workshops or tailors. Some things in this world are entangled in a complex web of interests, like fame and stuff, which can't be cleared with money alone.
I'm starting to feel dazed from all this information.
Well, that's enough of that. Why don't we close our eyes for a moment and make a wish?
And you aren't helping at all.
We gotta pray that the prescripts don't target the library.
Okay, I can close my eyes and make a wish.
Are you actually playing along?
I wished for you to stop babbling nonsense.
Anyway, things could get real messy once a prescript points to the library. The Index, one of the Five Fingers, is gonna be after us. They'll do anything to keep coming for our asses.
The Index?
That's one of the 5 giant syndicates that rule over the backstreets. They're called as such because they literally have all of the backstreets in their hands. It's simple, really. Anyway, the Five Fingers have enough power and influence to rival the Wings, so nothing good will come out of opposing them. And the Index is like a group of zealots. They obsess over the orders they call prescripts. For them, prescripts are...
something they must follow.
Yep. Prescripts must be carried out, as they say. And we have a subsidiary of the Thumb butting in too. I just hope things don't escalate too much.
Whomever may visit, we simply do our best to receive them.
Hungry? Want?
Can't spin no kind of thread. Excited.
Greetings, guests.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Greetings. Okay to eat. Could produce wonderful silk.
We'll make pretty blue silk.
Seems she would taste even worse than sweepers.
True. Does not seem human.
Want to eat something tasty now? Tired of disgusting food.
I'm Angela, director and librarian. May you find your book.
Such short greeting.
So insincere, too.
Disappeared.
Begin. Not seem weak. Caution.
Seems strong. Won't be problem.
Reduce unnecessary action. Race against time.
Let's go easy now. Best not to complicate things too much.
Cannot unfinished work.
One of us defeated must think of way.
Not dangerous yet. Fine so far.
Come on, leave claws anymore?
Sad. Long-time colleague has died.
I'd better not get impatient and get things done for certain.
Must get rid of quickly. Become nuisance.
City life makes you numb to this kind of stuff.
Did not taste so good.
Each of us has duties to fulfill in our own positions. Exhausted, tired, one rest, hungry, one out.
Want amputated, bones melt, flesh explode, won't die.
Sorry, ma'am. I'll stop here.
So, what do you think will happen next?
Looking at how things are going, we are pretty much guaranteed to confront at least one of the fingers. We've already heard the thumb and the index. Any one of them is going to be a huge pain in the ass.
I look forward to it.
Oh, of course you do. I'm the one doing all the fighting and bleeding for you.
I know this goes without saying, but I am thankful for what you do.
Sure you are, ma'am. In any case, let's give it our best shot.
Salutations, everyone. Let us begin with today's worship session. It appears that we have a new worshipper. What concerns have brought you here to our oratory?
I don't think I can continue living in this city anymore. It's too much for me.
What could have overwhelmed you so much?
Everything is dreary, and so is my life. I wake up at 6 in the morning, go to work at 8, and do the same work with the same face every single day. By the time I leave work, it's already 10 in the evening. I'm not sure what I'm doing anymore. I have so many expenses to cover every single month, I can't seem to get any richer. Everyone I see during my commute has the same face. I don't see why we work, why we earn money, or why we live. I feel like I've lost my goal, my purpose. I'm just like a cogwheel.
Yeah, I really am. I'm living like a cog in the machine. Even if I were gone, this city would soon find another cog to replace me. What am I? Where does my worth lie?
I understand that feeling. Everyone in the city is like a gear, spinning along without a purpose. Staying in the middle of it wears you out, slowly.
You're right. I really feel like that.
However, is it necessarily a bad thing to be a gear?
Huh?
All problems stem from the refusal to admit to the fact that we are indeed gears ourselves. I did too, once. After my father passed away, I lost my way for a while. You see, my father lived his life akin to a gear wheel. He'd always wake up at the same hour, go to the same place, and come home at the same time with the same face. My father did research on gears. His goal was to solve the same type of problems you're going through. Perhaps he unknowingly grew to resemble the single object he studied for so long. The wrinkles on his forehead deepened as he worked. They resembled the teeth of a gear. My father lived out his whole life as a rusted gear of the city until he was murdered by someone else.
Oh.
Then one day, I came across a thought. Maybe we really are gears that constitute the city. Maybe our suffering comes from trying to deny our own identity.
But that kind of life is pointless. I'm tired of being a purposeless cog that keeps running day by day.
Exactly. The problem is that you see yourself as an aimless gear.
You mean gears can have a purpose?
Yes, of course they can. All we need to do is find the purpose we were born to mesh with. You shall become a unique gear that cannot be replaced by any other. We are all gears. There are simply so many gears in this world, wallowing in sadness, for they have yet to know where and how to be.
It's still hard to believe that.
Take a look at all the people gathered here. Do they have the same faces as the ones you've seen in your everyday life?
No, they all look happy.
Please, trust in me.
Yes, this is the only way I have.
Now, come up here. I will give you the purpose in life you are looking for.
Do I sit on this chair?
Yes. Take a seat and relax. This chair will tell you what kind of gear you are.
Is this really safe?
Of course it is. Oh my, you turned out to be a thought gear.
A thought gear?
It is exceedingly rare for one to be bestowed with the purpose of a thought gear, you see? They are helping me, even now. For your information, my father was also a thought gear.
That means those gears on the back of your head are...
This one is my father. He always provides me with his wisdom about life. Besides, meat gears need to keep company with at least one thought gear.
Wait, am I really going to turn into a gear?
The pain is only temporary. It will soon be followed with pure fulfillment. Everyone, let us welcome the honorable and invaluable arrival of a new thought gear.
Wait! I didn't know this would happen!
As the gears turn,
so too does life fulfill its cycle.
So that's Eileen, cult leader of the Church of Gears.
I've seen all kinds of gears in my life, but thought gears are new to me.
This must be the rumored ritual of theirs.
They get smarter by plugging gears on the back of their heads, apparently.
That's a load of horseshit. Alright, let's see. Director Eugen from the She Association asked us to...
Kill 10 worshippers of the church, neutralize its leader, and secure her.
I didn't quite expect the director of She Association Section 2 to personally give her office a request. Something strange might be up.
How long are we gonna sit and watch that? Can't we start shooting now?
Wait for my sign.
What a beautiful thought gear you have become. I will give you the honor of accompanying me. You shall soon understand how happy it is to be a gear with a purpose. Yes, it may take some time to adjust. Let us start with turning bit by bit. Good. Along with the others, gently rotate, one cycle at a time. My father will gladly help you out. See, it does make you feel happy, doesn't it? I am very glad to know you are happy. My dear followers, today another lost gear has found its way to happiness. Praise be to Father.
Praise be!
Huh? What do you mean, be careful?
Now.
What is going on? The gears. The poor gears. Please, don't do this. Whoever you are, please, leave us alone. We simply wanted to live a happy life, following our destined purposes.
Why is their slippery leader so hard to hit?
She doesn't seem to be dodging the bullets with her own reflexes. It's as if something else is predicting the trajectories for her.
Those thought gears on her head are spinning like crazy.
Damn it, this sucks. We paid an arm and a leg for these bullets.
Tamaki, think we can read the movement patterns of those gears?
Can do. Grazed her shoulder.
I'll finish her off.
A bullet, crafted by Atelier Logic. Why, those are some expensive bullets you have there, don't you, friends?
The blue reverberation?
You are... could you be the person my father always talked about?
I guess. Say, I need you right now. Would you like to come with me?
Yes, of course. I've been waiting for you for my whole life. A perfect fit with the gear that is me.
Why, thank you.
No, you don't.
But first, these friends need some attention. Pluto, could you look after Eileen in the meantime?
Run!
The hell is going on? Why would the blue reverberation be here?
No idea. Damn it. It looks like he's trying to kill us.
If we screw this job up, we're gonna be bankrupt from all the bullets we've wasted.
You literally just saw the blue reverberation deflect our bullets.
We're no match for him in any way. Forget about anything else. We should run away and survive for now.
We're almost to the exit.
Hiya, friends. Who could have made such an adorable little request, I wonder?
Ah, hell. To the left!
You're not getting anywhere with your sluggish feet. Don't you see? Unless a lifeline were to come down from the heavens, that is. No?
Damn it. Maybe we should drop our guns.
Are you nuts? These were hella expensive.
We're never throwing them away.
But we can't hide away forever either.
Liwei, this is...
What's that? An invitation?
From the library or whatever? Heard that the Hana designated it as an urban plague now.
Oh, look at you, all clustered together in the corner. You're like a flock of cute little chicks gathered round in the cold.
Blue reverberation. We apologize if we interrupted your business. We promise to forget about anything we've seen and heard here. So could you let us go?
What? Okay, under one condition. Can you tell me who gave you this request? I'll give you 10 seconds. 9.
God, what evs? Liwei, do something with that invitation thing.
6.
Anyone got a pen? We need something to sign the paper with.
You can use mine. Take your time now. 4.
Crazy bastard.
Quick, sign your names here.
3. Now, the real show is only beginning. Wouldn't you agree?
But of course.
The blue reverberation.
That name sounds similar to the Red Mist.
You got that right. Both of them are top-grade fixers that received a color from the Hana Association. They're a cut above grade 1.
It's curious that such a capable fixer showed up so early.
There's a lot of nutcases among fixers, but the Blue Reverberation is on a whole nother level. He's a certified lunatic.
Is he famous?
Oh, he is. He's certainly got skills, even if he's bonkers.
He does appear to be skilled, seeing how he blocked those gunshots.
That's why guns aren't used too often. They're not very effective against actually competent opponents.
Now that you mention it, the majority of guests we've had so far didn't carry firearms. Is there any other reason guns aren't used?
It's the cost. They're awfully expensive. It's just not worth it most of the time. Guns are pricey on their own, but bullets are plain ridiculous, like those poor folks said.
Manufacturing bullets must be quite costly.
That's true, of course. The biggest factor, though, is the tax the head levied on firearms. It depends on the gun, but 2 full magazines worth of bullets costs almost the same as a decent gun. Heck, giving your entire office crew augmentation procedures is probably cheaper than keeping enough bullets in stock for them to use. The cost is so high, it outweighs the benefit by a metric ton, and it's hard to find a workshop that treats guns or bullets. What's more, workshops aren't even allowed to craft those without a firearms manufacturing license, which is apparently very tricky to get.
What do you think is the reason firearms are made so inaccessible?
This is just my hunch, but I think they don't want killings to happen too easily.
Killing what?
People in general.
I didn't quite expect the rulers of this city to be humanitarians.
Oh, not because the head and the city value human life or anything, obviously. It seems like they have this weird philosophy that the process of a human killing another shouldn't be trivial or insignificant.
How funny. Death can be plenty insignificant, even without guns.
Well, you aren't wrong there.
He's not following us all the way here.
It's as if some omniscient person is toying with us.
The Blue Reverberation seemed like he knew everything.
We should be thankful that we survived him somehow.
Don't get too nervous, Stephan.
How can I not be nervous? We ended up in the library we know almost nothing about. You know we're almost out of bullets, right? What was the point of running away from the Blue Reverb if we're gonna die here anyway?
Then we should at least try to die a bit later, obviously.
Humans all die eventually. There's little use in delaying the inevitable.
See? He's got a point.
Don't worry, I'll work it out.
Greetings, dear guests.
Hello. I'm Stephan, soon to be dead and shoved into your bookcases.
You don't quite appear to be spirited, dear guest. It's ultimately up to you whether you'll become a book or return triumphantly with the ones you need.
Yeah! Thanks for the kind words.
You're ruining our mood.
Don't mind him. We're in a bit of a hurry right now. We'll just take care of the business here and go back.
I understand. Various guests visit here with their own reasons and purpose. There have been much more impolite guests, so please do not worry about your attitude.
I'm getting a bad feeling about this lady. She seems just as eerie as the Blue Reverb. Maybe just dying to the Blue Reverb was a better idea than this.
Tweet, tweet, tweet. What are you, a parrot? Get inside already.
Fine, hothead.
May you find your book in this place.
Don't get too nervous. We're pressing forward.
I'm almost out of ammo, too. There's no way we can win.
Don't worry and focus on the battle. I'll take care of him.
This overbearing pressure and atmosphere of the battlefield. Not a fan of it.
Target confirmed eliminated. Moving on to the next.
There's only a few of them left, right? Please say so.
They must have fought hard to live. Was probably a lot more desperate than I am.
You have only your own skills to blame.
Not yet. I don't want to fall yet.
I'm not sure if we can hold out anymore. You sure we should keep this up?
We can't let our formation break. I can't hold out anymore. Sorry.
Damn it! Let me out of this insanity!
Maybe you could have tried not letting your guard down.
Not fair! I didn't come here because I wanted to! Oh, that damned blue asshole screwed us all up!
I'm seeing even more things to clean up.
That Stephan fellow turned into a book just as he expected. It's kinda sorry to see him keep railing at the world to the end.
Do you think it's wrong to blame the world?
Oh, no, nothing wrong with that. It's not like I think he was weak-willed for putting the blame on the world for his miseries. It's just that I pity myself for living in that same world. I'm sorry that I keep trying not to fault this world.
I cursed this world.
Same, to be honest.
I've prepared your usual tea, Master.
Thank you, Philip.
Master.
Good grief. This is what I must hear from my old friend? This tea has a strong aroma and taste today. I like it.
Thank you for the compliment, sir. What is the news you've received from your old friend, if I may ask?
Philip, have you heard of the library?
Yes, although I know little about it, other than it's an urban legend.
It has recently been exalted to an urban plague, and it appears that the SootVA's Section 6 fell victim to it.
Then the old friend of yours is...
Yes, it's Walter. He seems to have fallen in the library. Foolish old pal. He struggled so much trying to rise up the ranks, and yet this is how he ends.
I'm sorry for your loss. I heard he was your colleague back in the SootVA. It must be heartbreaking.
My heart is unscathed, boy. I never was fond of Walter.
Pardon?
He didn't quite have the potential to be a capable man. He seemed clever, but his thoughts were one-dimensional. And his habit of making rhetorical questions, goodness, was that annoying. Although I suppose he did have some talent, seeing as he managed to stay in Section 6 without getting demoted further. Perhaps it was savoir-faire or mere luck.
I'm sick of the smell of sangwacha. It's even stronger today.
Hello, Sanbei.
Hey, Philip. Looks like you're getting better at making tea day by day, huh?
He certainly is. Philip is an expert when it comes to brewing sangwacha. Maybe I should learn from him so that I can make some for my wife.
Thank you.
Cut it out with that awkward smile. You didn't join our office to make tea all day.
Now, Yuna, Philip has shown excellent results in his field as well. He's become a proud Grade 5 fixer now. If his sangwacha expertise counted toward grade evaluations, he would have easily become a Grade 1, and gotten a color too. Yes, if he were to receive a color, perhaps it would be bright yellow, much like the hue of this egg yolk floating atop the tea. Oh, it's also the color of forsythia, my favorite flower.
Please stop with the silly jokes, Master. Philip needs a trusty role model. Anyway, I've taken care of the request regarding the 1,000 needles.
Wow, you're impressive, Sunbae. Solving an urban legend class request on your own.
It was kind of dangerous at the end. I don't know where they got it, but they started merging into one using a brainstem-focused resonator. The building started melting. Needles kept pouring out of that lump like crazy. People struck by those needles started exploding and creating chaos. It was awful. And the culprit behind that was...
Was it yesterday's promise as expected?
Yeah, that seemed to be the case. I honestly didn't want to believe it, but it looks like magic really does exist. Strange symbols and stuff were carved on every needle. I haven't even heard of any other amplification device that can do that. Not from my knowledge, at least.
Still, you've dealt with it and came back alive. You are the pride of our office, Yuna.
It feels like I'm the only working member, though. And monthly rent is rather intimidating since our office is in the nest. You know the request I just did won't be enough to cover it, right?
No need to worry about our financial situation. I received a request that could keep us afloat for 3 months.
Is that an urban plague class job or something?
It is indeed.
An urban plague?
What is it about? Is our office going alone?
It's the library. I tried contacting the Wedge office, but they seem to be busy with their own work. Thus, we will be taking care of it by ourselves for now. Besides, this request was directly assigned to us by the SootVA Association. Perhaps they deemed that they need an office proficient in combat for this job.
Got it. I'll make some calls then.
Please do, Yuna.
This is going to be my first time handling an urban plague class case.
That is true, Philip. I know this is your first time with an urban plague class request, but try to loosen up a bit. Think of it as a learning experience. Watch how I or Yuna act on the field.
If we get this job done, why don't we throw a party at your house like the last time, Gramps?
You surely have ways to get yourself fed, Yuna.
You know how much I love to eat, don't you, Gramps? And your cooking is awesome, too.
House party, huh?
Why the long face, Philip? Got too nervous to take on an urban plague?
It's nothing.
Well, all right then. I'll be preparing first.
Philip, how about a small conversation between the two of us once this job is done?
Sure.
It seemed as if you had concerns in your mind.
Understood, sir.
Huh. That Gramps is still doing fixer work.
You know him?
It's nothing huge. I came across him a few times in the past and owed him some favors. And he's one of the veterans, too. He made his bones to a degree in the smoke war when he was younger.
He did seem to have many connections.
Although, he's washed up now. Just like me.
He seems to be faring much better than you, though.
Oh, did you really have to stab me with those facts?
The interior is pretty slick.
Reminds me of the factory we raided as part of the Midnight Pancreas Burgers request.
Ugh, please. I don't even want to be reminded of that case. And I'm not seeing any similarities here.
I mean, that factory is also pretty clean and moody for a place where terrible things...
Oh, Philip. I almost got to retaste the Sanghua Cha I drank a bit ago.
Sorry, sir.
Greetings, dear guests.
A pleasure to meet you. You must be Angela.
Yes, I am the director and librarian of my role's namesake.
Tell me, what should we do to kill you?
I'd like to know that as well.
I see. You have the capability for casual banter.
Let's cut the chat short, shall we, Master?
Now, Angela, do not hope to meet a peaceful end after imbruing your hands in so much blood.
I believe the same can be said of you. May you find your book in this place, then.
Those fellows seem to have rather frail bodies.
They might seem like easy targets, but they're still an urban plague. Let's be careful.
I'll end up being a burden to others if I don't try.
No need to overdo it, Philip. You can stay behind and support us.
Everyone, trust me and follow my lead.
I'm sorry. I'm not strong enough. I can't take any more of this.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about us and just run.
I suppose it was still too much. You must have gotten tired, seeing as your attacks became more predictable as time went by.
You weren't too bad, but you couldn't capitalize on your skills.
Don't panic, everyone. We should keep it together at times like this.
Fault of my ineptitude.
To feel more sadness at such an old age.
Winning is just gonna be a matter of time.
I have no attachment to life. However, I'm simply worried about that young fellow.
Let's retrieve the books and go back now.
That Gramps still hasn't changed after so many years.
He didn't seem to recognize you, though.
Fixers meet so many people in their lives, it's pretty much impossible to remember them all. And Gramps knows even more people than most fixers, so there's no way he can recount everyone he'd met. Not like he needs to, though. And he's old, so his memory probably got shaky.
Why did you say to him that you knew him then?
I just didn't want to make a scene. Giving him the time of day would only make both of us uncomfortable. Imagine walking up to your enemy in battle and saying, "Hi there, we were friends 3 years ago, remember?" It'd be awkward for sure, and bothersome too.
I don't dislike how you try not to leave any loose ends in relationships.
I guess so. I gave up caring about bonds long ago. And as I say from time to time, you never know when anyone will backstab you in this world, even those you casually joke with. Gramps knew that better than anyone, I'm sure.
Confirmed the Muller office boarding the train.
You made sure to attach the observation device on them?
Mm-hmm.
Bono, how's the observation going?
Dalek's been helping me out, but it ain't easy.
I hope we can find some leads at least.
I know it's a bit late to ask this, but you sure this job is a trusty one?
How many times should I say that we can get 200 million on right away through an untraceable route?
It's a deal offered by Kane office, so we can probably trust this.
I don't trust like that. Pay isn't the problem here. If we get caught trying to uncover the secrets of a singularity, we're done for. No insurance is gonna protect us.
I understand that you're scared because our corp has W Corp's back. But we aren't gonna quit here, are we?
We wouldn't be here if we could.
The warp train is departing in 5 minutes.
Seriously, I'm really not feeling this. Does it even make sense that we can track the cause and effect of everything with some weird observation device we sneaked onto them?
It's the device Kane office gave us. They said it's invaluable with only a few copies of it in the city.
And we verified its performance ourselves.
I know this city has all kinds of bizarre technology, but I still doubt anything can be this convenient.
Hey, the train's heading off.
Okay, we just need to wait 10 seconds now.
9, 8. The causality whatever recording device is working for now. 7. Wait. Something's not right.
They're missing. We can't observe them anymore.
Gone missing inside a warp train? It hasn't even arrived at its destination yet. I knew there was something off with this device. I told you, it can't be possible for any technology to be this convenient.
Don't put the blame on the device. It's not broken. It's still working, see? Something must have happened inside the train.
Maybe there was a problem with the singularity, or maybe they noticed the device and rigged it?
It's not so easily manipulable, and they definitely weren't capable of doing that.
You never know. It could be W Corp sending a jamming signal to prevent its singularity from being leaked. And the Kane office hadn't made any preliminary research before giving us this request? This is driving me crazy! We're doing the sham job for 200 million on?
Stop whining, will you?
It could have something to do with this. This thing has the books of the Molar office listed on it like it knows what we're doing.
That can't be. Not even a minute has passed since they disappeared.
The library.
Yeah, I heard of it. All the fixers and syndicates have been talking about it these days. So, what's the plan? Are we gonna head to that bizarre place?
We don't have any other way.
Even if 200 million on is on the line, I don't want to risk my life. Going there won't guarantee success either.
We might be able to see what happened on the train if we read their books.
I just hope things don't get screwed even further.
There really are people trying to investigate singularities.
Duh. Of course. It can bring tremendous amounts of money. I'm pretty sure L-Corp put a lot of effort into keeping its singularity secrets, too. The eco-friendly energy company founded after the Smoke War. We were freed from that suffocating smoke thanks to your core.
Didn't I tell you already? All I did was recite the script trapped underground. Can a singularity be stolen if its secrets are exposed?
Nah, that's not how it works. Those guys are probably just looking for some clues to how the singularity functions so they can sell that info to another wing or a big syndicate. After that, the party with the secrets will use that to extort money and stuff from the wing. Singularities are patented, so it's too risky to just use them, even if you know how to make it work, especially since those patents are all managed by the head.
It's all about money in the end.
Anyway, I'm kinda curious about what happened to that warp train.
Let us receive our guests first.
I can't seem to make clear observations of this place either.
The result can be seen, but not the process.
It's just like the distortion, the talk of the town lately. What a bother.
Greetings, dear guests.
How did you get the book of the Molar office? They were supposed to be in the warp train for only a few seconds.
Well, how did we do it, I wonder? Unraveling the secrets of the library must come with a heavy price, like how digging into the principles of singularities is a laborious affair, no?
That was a stupid question from us.
I have no idea what's going on.
If the library and its books are just as mysterious as the singularities, then hopefully they're worth just as much.
May you find your book in this place.
Time for this expensive procedure to prove its worth.
We really gotta rethink if this job is worth it.
Look straight ahead if you have time to complain.
Fine, I got it. I'll take it seriously.
I don't want to waste any time. Let's end this quickly.
I just want to get out of this hellhole!
This is bad. Most of my parts are being damaged too.
It's not good to suffer losses like this. Don't worry about over here. I just shot down this one.
Enemy terminated, but the battle isn't over yet.
We must prioritize concluding this combat first.
The damage is too severe. I'm at my limit.
I didn't mean to hold others back like this.
You should have made more accurate judgments.
I can't stop here. We have a goal to achieve. I got blinded by money and drove ourselves to hell. What a pathetic twit I've become.
The joy of victory does not feel very delightful.
L Corp produced clean energy. W Corp operates fast and surefire transportation. What do you think R Corp's singularity is?
I bet it's something that pumps out efficient killing machines. Don't you know more about it since you use our corp services?
As I've said multiple times before, such details are beyond my knowledge. I had little interest in finding out back then. Still, from what I observed of them, considering the amount of their rabbits and the combat power of each unit, you're probably correct. They were not exceptionally strong, but they did a fine job at grazing the grass inside the facility. I wonder what the principle behind it is.
Hell if I know. I'm not an executive of R Corp or anything. Every wing keeps its singularity under tight wraps. Take the distortion and abnormalities, for instance. Only the results are seen, and not the process. The same goes for the other singularities.
So everyone simply consumes the end results without knowing the process.
It's easier on the mind that way. There's no point asking questions about technology unless they encounter problems using it. People just spend money and get its worth. There's no real reason for questioning how things work. Wasn't it the same with L Corp?
You're right. It was the same. All we needed was the result. It didn't matter how many were sacrificed in the process.
See, the other wings aren't going to be any different from that.
Oh, no. This won't do.
But ma'am, we don't have any cash left to offer you.
If you're out of money, then you shouldn't have asked for more protection from us, no?
But the outside is covered in fog. We don't know what's out there. We'll get killed.
We aren't safe here either. Thugs could break in at any moment.
Oh, give me a break. Nest life must be too engraved in your heads to get where you stand right now. I thought maybe we could expect better from the household of the highest income around here.
Sire, shall we cut one off?
Please do. These people will have to become accustomed to the rules of the backstreets soon enough.
Hey, consider this a free lesson for you.
We could take one arm from each.
Please have mercy on us. You can't be such heartless people.
And did you spare any mercy for us while we struggled in the back streets, covered in filth and blood? No. You simply spectated our suffering from the comfort of the nest, did you not? It's rather infuriating, now that I think about it. Yang, let us take an eye from them as well.
Yes, Dame.
Gut your arms first.
We didn't ask for this. You people came into our houses all of a sudden and threatened us to pay protection money.
So, have we kept you safe or not? I'm pretty sure we took care of all the bad guys trying to get here. And got your eyes as well.
What do we do? How are we gonna live No!
The nest fell so suddenly.
What a bunch of crybabies. We're being quite generous as Backstreet's businesses go.
Now, we'll be going then. Please don't forget today's lesson. If you receive something, you should return that favor accordingly. Imagine if it was the ring protecting this area, not us. Dear, the thought alone is terrifying. Oh, and please leave this house by tomorrow. Jin, confiscate the apartment deed from these people, will you?
You'll be visited by much less pleasant fellas next time, so you'd better move out as soon as possible.
Now then, we've collected the protection money and got our fabric. Shall we go back and pay our due credit? Ah, by the way, Jin, how is the current situation with Elcor's nest?
It's fierce. This is the first time in a long while the Thumb and the Index got in a turf war over an area. Everyone must be thinking this is the promised estate or something.
The same can be said for us, no?
On another note, the rusted chains already proved to be an issue, but we've been colliding with the blade lineage more often these days.
Perhaps we should have a friendly conversation with them before the tension overheats.
Run, Dame.
What are you?
Sup, fellas? Got some gains with your business?
She has the head of a dog. A dog in black coat? Are those the kinds of surgeries hip with the kids these days?
Captain, that appears to be the one recently dubbed as Lea de Loup.
Oh, so she's a wolf, not a dog. Still appears to be a little bitch to me.
Funny, innit? Laugh while you can. Let's see. We have around 100 Kurokuma punks here.
You speak as if you could take us all on.
That's the plan, yeah.
Let us teach that pup a lesson.
Wake sauce. I could have crushed you like bugs even before I turned into what I am now. Alright, why don't you gather around and kneel? The dead, well, they can't be helped.
What is it that you want?
Hey, I have plenty of wants, gal. Wanna have a ton of cash in my hands. Wanna live in a nest for once, too. But before any of that, I wanna make some music.
Fucking hell. Shut your yap already.
Oh, look at their skull go. Flew right out of the park. Home run.
Tell us what you demand from us.
What I want from you guys. Right, that was the point. First off, the piece of cloth you're carrying. Give me that.
This Nuovo fabric is for the Thumb, though.
My boss showed interest in that thing. Heard that's a pretty nice cut of cloth. Guess he wants to suit up before the performance.
You must know the consequences of making an enemy of the Thumb.
The Thumb? Tell him to bring it on. I'ma smash 'em all. Oh, and take your goons to the library, will ya?
The library? The building that is rumored to be at the center of this nest?
Yep, that thing.
So you are after the wealth this land can bring after all.
I told you that's not it. I do want to earn some bucks, but music comes first.
But for what reason?
Beats me. My boss. No, I mean, the orchestrator of our ensemble wants us to get rid of all those noisy syndicates like the Thumb or the Index so that we can make some music. In fancy suits, too. And help out the library while we're at it.
Help out the library?
Shush. gal. Keep your eyes low if you don't want to get dead. Anyways, you guys can take this and head to the library like I said. Go on ahead. Come on, get going already. If you don't use that invitation right now, I'll kindly remove all the bones from your flesh.
Let us prepare to go, everyone.
Your hands are shaking, Khole. You sure you're alright? Are you mad at me by any chance?
No, it's nothing.
And one more thing. If you run off without the books in your hands, you're also dead to me.
That was quite intense.
Looks like the fingers are fiercely wrestling for the ownership of the nest that L-Corp once had reign over.
Why would they, though?
Ever heard of holdouts? When a wing is broken, its nest collapses and gradually turns into a slum akin to the backstreets. It becomes a lawless land without an owner to uphold anything. Then, a bunch of syndicates come rushing in to occupy the land in advance.
What happens next?
The vacancy in wings won't stay open forever. When a new wing rises and gets assigned a nest, the syndicate resells that land to the wing. Of course, the wing can choose to hire fixers or other syndicates to kick out that syndicate with force instead, but that's another story.
What will happen to the feathers living in the nest?
Those folks? Well, they're all on their own. Hire a fixer, or get evicted to the backstreets, or try to join another wing, or anything. A nest without its wing is no longer a safe haven for its residents.
That's typical of the city.
If you can't grasp whatever opportunities you find with your own hands, you're bound to fall behind. I wonder what's up with that puppy anyway.
That looked like a case of the distortion.
Distortion? That's not exactly what I imagined.
Indeed, she appears to be highly rational.
You call that rational?
She seems to be much more rational than you are, at the very least.
This was not meant to be.
Where the hell did that bitch head come from? How dare an impudent whelp like her bite at us superior beings?
Calm down, Captain. Let's report this to the Thumb right after we take care of this.
Yes, let us do that.
It's ridiculous that someone could treat us, Kurakumo clan, a Thumb subsidiary, with such disrespect.
Hear, hear. Although we're in a bad situation, the books listed on this invitation are tempting offers for sure.
It seems that the carnival have ended up turning into books.
And this book is related to the nest of L-Corp, too.
Greetings, dear guests.
How did you manage to collect the books we need the most?
Such is the role of the library.
This place exudes the smell of blood.
And you reek of blood as well, dear guests.
Oh my, do we?
Let's hit up a bathhouse for a warm one once we finish this.
Good idea. There's nothing like a good bath to blow off some steam on a bad day.
Drinks are on me. Are there even any bathhouses or pubs left in L-Corp's nest anyway?
That's a fair point. We have so much to report and take care of, so much to think about.
Are you done with your chit-chats now?
How pushy. Now then, shall we head inside?
May you find your book in this place.
We'll be moving first. Be prepared, everyone.
Start a fight against us, Kurakumo? You're pretty gutsy, I'll give you that.
I won't let them lay a blade on Madame Sayo.
I hope nothing bad happens.
Never thought I'd make such a mistake.
That sent chills down my spine. Damn it. This is scaring me.
Something's not right about this place.
Another one fell. This isn't good. You'll pay for messing with an associate of the thumb.
I had no choice but to do this to fulfill my role.
What a cute cluster of adorable little squirts.
They don't appear to be easy opponents.
When will I get to stop covering myself in dirty bloodstains?
Okay, I should stay calm and spot the opponent's weak points. So let's think.
If you insist on beating us so badly, everyone, let us prepare ourselves.
My ineptitude is to blame. I'm sorry about this.
This is the strength of a nebbish who swore to protect me?
No way! We're being overpowered by those scumbags? We aren't doing this as a joke, you know.
You should have packed up and quit this occupation if you were so inept.
I can't get the other librarians shaken up too.
Blast! Do you even know what happens if you treat Kumo like this?
It seems the situation is headed to a rather worrying direction. If only that bitch head didn't interfere with our business.
I'd be glad to know I helped in this battle at least a little bit.
We'll probably get even more guests trying to take over Elcorp's nest.
You always say that. Is there any real difference?
You heard what that doghead said? Now we have the thumb, the index, and whatever third party she belongs to. It doesn't sound like a random run-of-the-mill syndicate, seeing how she talked to the members of a finger with so much confidence.
It seems it's not just the major syndicates that have incentive to be involved in a turf war like this, if smaller syndicates are meddling in so willingly.
Well, basically. Whatever goods the head honchos take interest in are naturally going to attract the attention of those below them. The thumb or the index probably won't take direct action for now, but their subordinates are nothing to sneeze at. Grabbing their attention might be beneficial for the library's wealth of info, but it's going to be tough for us to stop them if we escalate things any further from here. I just hope the other fingers stay out of this. Things would get out of hand otherwise.
I'm fine with it, as long as the results benefit us.
Today's performance isn't going too well.
You gotta keep the beat. District 9 is the sacred ground for music. It's the homeland of the pianist.
Oh, come on, man. I'm doing my best here.
Are you still bothered by what Hee-Haw said?
Of course I am. This might be our last performance ever if we go to the library.
Just shake off all your worries with the exciting music.
Oink, if you keep getting distracted by petty concerns like that and half-ass your part, I'm gonna use you as my instrument.
Seconded.
We can't let some little thoughts disturb our performance already. You guys are still new, so you'll have no idea the troubles we had to go through to perform back in my day. Me, Doodle-Doo, Woof, and Hee-Haw formed this band and devoted all of our time to music so that we could recreate the beautiful, beautiful performance we listened to on that fateful day. So quit gawking and concentrate on the music.
Oh, the pianist's performance. Yes, I know. I left the 7 Association Section 3 and joined this band because I just couldn't forget that sweet melody. I wanted to make music like that myself, even if it meant I'd have to give up everything I had.
Yeah, remember that enchanting tone that echoed through the whole city?
That grand and majestic piano made of 100,000 people. The lovely sound created from each stroke of the tendons. It made me realize how beautiful the sounds a human can make in the hands of the right performer.
Especially the ensemble with the fixers in the finale. At the end of that intense concerto, the fixers became one with the piano and assimilated into the music. Oh, how I wish I could have been there.
Speaking as someone who watched the performance right at the scene, the finale was so wonderful, you know? The musical score and notes literally unraveled before my eyes. The fixers ran across the score and charged at the pianist. They were buried under the notes one by one, their bodies blowing up. But they couldn't die there. They became part of the piano, spewing out fragrant notes. And the last fixer standing was taken apart carefully, making the most splendid sound imaginable as gorgeous red notes scattered from their body. Yes, that performance, the heavenly music that pierced me. Well, but then the black silence intervened and cut off the pianist's hands and head. A total mood killer. I wanted to be part of that performance too!
I'm so jealous. I had to just sit in my office and listen to the music coming from a distance.
I want to do it too. I want to make music that's half as good as the pianist. But look at me. No matter how much I smash the ankle bones, pluck the tendons, and scrape flesh from the splint bones of my instruments, I can't even get close to it. And hee-haw and doodle-doo said things.
No, Oink. There's no need to be so impatient. It's true that we still have a long way to go before we can perform like the pianist did. But we are getting close, you see. If we pour our heart and soul into our performance every day, we'll be able to make it one day. The performance by Doodle-Doo, Hee-Haw, and Woof was wonderful, wasn't it?
Yeah, the three gave a fantastic performance. They went on a trip to prepare for the next, so we won't get to hear it again for a while, though.
Oh, it was. Will I get to perform like that someday?
Of course. Let's discuss this again after we finish this performance and handle the library job Hee-Haw gave us. She said there's gonna be a performance bigger than ever. And we might find new instruments in the library, you know.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that performance Hee-Haw mentioned.
Let me see. Why don't we perform in a supermarket next time? Oink likes supermarkets, right?
I'm into. It's fun to mess around with all kinds of instruments in supermarkets.
Thanks, Meow. Thanks, Moo Moo. I'll practice harder.
All right, gear up, everyone.
Looks like the pianist left a whole bunch of nut jobs in its wake.
From break and ruin, the most beautiful performance begins.
What, are you interested in listening to the pianist's music?
No way. I've heard that kind of music more than enough times.
There was another dotty musician like the pianist?
It's similar, but not exactly the same. How about you? Did you hear the pianist's music yourself?
Duh. It'd be a lot faster to count the people in the city that didn't hear that damn sound. Its music didn't just pierce me, it almost ravaged my whole being. And then... never mind. I don't want to remember that performance again. Anyway, musicians are all molto vivaci in the head, one way or another.
They seem to love performance that leads to doom, indeed.
Guess they're living in their own world that no one else can understand.
Cat goes.
Meow! Meow!
Pig goes.
Oinky oink!
Rabbit goes.
Squeak, squeak?
This is so sad.
Greetings, dear guests. I am the direct...
Moo Moo, don't be so down.
But rabbits don't have any signature cry sounds.
Then we can make one.
Good idea.
Everyone.
What a load of nonsense.
Why are you just standing there, Bluey Hair? Aren't you gonna let us in?
Oh, stupid little machine! Don't keep your guests waiting!
What?
Look at it stumble! It's got red blood, too.
It can bleed, but the inside is still a bunch of metallic junk. Not a good vibe.
Ugh.
Hurry up and let us in before we break your legs!
Oink, Moo Moo, ready to perform?
Ready when you are. Okay, time for a bit of creative exercise.
I'm ready. Can we start right away?
We're not gonna let you through so easily.
All right, I'll show you how sharp a cat's claws are.
That's the sound! You guys heard it too, right? That melody that penetrates me.
Don't feel so bad. You created your best music in your last moments.
We won't be able to perform together anymore.
You're full of different tunes.
What if I added a bit more bone-grinding noises to that sound?
This isn't time to be discouraged. Get a move on, all of you!
I finally nailed it in my dying breath.
It stings to lose my bandmates.
That was reckless. Why'd you come to a battlefield if you aren't a good fighter?
This is it. The exact sound I've been looking for.
It was obvious we'd win. Thought we couldn't handle this much?
What in the... Angela, what's going on? That's blood. I thought you were a pure machine.
I'm surprised as well. That much impact shouldn't have made me flinch either.
You alright? Does it hurt bad?
I'm still fine. Now I see how much it hurts to get hit.
Could it be that you're closer to getting human?
It may be one of the signs that I'm approaching my freedom. There's no need to be worried just yet.
Help yourself. You're gonna starve to death if you don't eat anything.
Thanks for the meal, but I don't feel like eating yet.
No wonder. Your office got wiped out. You should harden your heart still. Do you think it was your fault?
Yes. Had I stopped them. Had I been stronger and more mature. Had I stayed there and not run away.
Then it is your fault.
Huh?
You were too daft and weak to keep the others safe. It's your fault that everyone died. Feel better now? Think what you want. When something happens, all you gotta do is make up reasons that are convenient to you, no? It's not like you actually care about the cause. You just want to believe whatever convinces you.
Hey kids, don't bully that boy too hard now.
I didn't do anything. It was all Pameli.
Alright, Philip. Feeling well enough to talk now?
Yes. Thank you for your kindness.
We are sister offices, after all. Gotta help each other out.
I'm sorry we couldn't help. We were in the middle of handling a case of the distortion in the streets of District 12. Those victimized by the 8 o'clock circus held a show of pure insanity and hedonism. It was akin to a festival in hell. Gave us quite a bit of trouble.
I had to get my body replaced, too. This one's seriously not my style.
Is that a robotic body? Doesn't that shape infringe the ethics amendment, though?
It's not mechanical. It's a clone of my body. I got biological body recovery insurance some time ago. Pameli's body was torn apart beyond recovery, so this was the only way we had left for her. Her head was thankfully intact. I thought fixer insurances were a complete robbery, but it did help us out for once. Speaking of, doesn't your office have any insurance?
I was a relatively new member at that office, so I didn't know that much.
Yeah, you'll want to see if the office had any. There are many types of insurance with various conditions. It's nice to have a body again, but why did it have to be this? What? I urgently had body cloning surgery to save you, and this is how you thank me? What's the point? Even just looking at the mirror is discouraging. Don't you dare damage that body. You know what? Why don't you just die a permanent death this time? That way you can't be recovered by any means. You won't have to pay me for the cloned body then. You asking for a fight? Yeah, you punk.
You certainly are masterful at making Sangwa Cha, as Salvador said.
You flatter me, sir.
A penny for your thoughts, Philip. Did the library appear to be related to the distortion phenomenon in any way?
I'm not sure. I haven't experienced the distortion myself. But that place looked more alien than anything I've ever seen. And Master and Sunbay, they got turned into books there.
That doesn't help. Several associations have started keeping an eye on this matter. It's not just the associations. Even the wings and fingers are clueless about what to make of the distortion.
Alright.
You don't seem too interested in the current topic. You must want to forget all this fuss about the distortion and head right back to the library and retrieve the books of your colleagues.
I wish I could do just that. But my master said to me in his note that I shouldn't act hastily and instead depend on your aid.
That old friend left me with quite the troublesome little fellow. Death is a staple in this business, but his wife and children must be heartbroken still. Have you met them?
No, I couldn't visit them yet.
Why is that?
I'm too ashamed to face them.
Our next stop will be the library. Ready your gear.
Thank you, sir.
Don't mistake this for kindness. We're simply taking you with us because we were already planning to go there. And this is the least I can do to bear responsibility for my old friend's death. Personally, I'd never let a fixer like you join my office. It would give us a bad name.
Is it wrong? Is it so pathetic for me to want to repay the favors of my colleagues? For their sake? Everyone says not to act upon attachment. That it's an unclassy and naive thing to do. Can't we as fixers, no, as people living in the city, do anything on the behalf of others?
Gosh, you're insufferable. He didn't even say that you were wrong or anything. He just doesn't want those kind of fixers in our office. Simple as that. Don't be a miserable ass about it. Nothing is as unreliable as someone who's easily swayed by their feelings. You want us all to die just so you can fulfill your ideals, or what?
You must be sincerely believing that your actions are for others. That you are different from all the other unkind and selfish denizens of this city. Thinking that you are fighting for some higher cause. But know that those are in fact entirely selfish thoughts. It's the most dangerous kind of selfishness. You deceive yourself into thinking you're selfless. There can be no such thing as a selfless action for us humans. Even the act of self-sacrifice is ultimately for oneself. A very dangerous kind of selfishness. One that slowly eats away at your peers and leads them to damnation. You gave a fine speech, but I must wonder if you're truly upset for the sake of Salvador and your other late colleagues.
I'll go prepare myself.
That Philip guy seems to be hurt, but I agree with Oscar here. Few things are as dangerous and nasty as selfishness in the guise of for the sake of someone else.
I think I know what you mean. The determination to work for the good of others can be a dreadful and loathsome weapon. Especially if one strongly believes that the justice they're pursuing is worth sacrificing for. They're blinded by self-righteousness and have no regards for their surroundings. They don't care what happens to others. They justify themselves for pressing forward, pursuing their justice, crushing everything in their way.
Wow. This might be the first time we understood each other for real. I'm touched, man.
How about some champagne?
Stop frowning already, would you? You're so annoying.
He's still recovering. We should give him some space.
Tiny things like this can still affect my psyche.
Never mind. You don't need to care about me. I'll try not to be a hindrance.
I'll stab you as soon as I determine that you're getting in our way.
Greetings, dear guests. Though your group seems to be in a rather ill mood.
I thought you were a machine. But could it be that you are partially human?
Don't stare at us so viciously now. We just poked you to make sure. Not to kill you or anything.
How rude. Hasn't anyone taught you to behave?
I heard the librarian of this place was supposed to be nice.
Someone advised me that there's no need to be courteous with ill-mannered guests who slap and spit in my face without reason.
I apologize. We couldn't afford to be polite when our very lives are at risk.
Oh, really now?
This isn't like what we heard about her at all.
She must have had her own woes. Please don't get into the same trouble as last time. You should know how much of a hassle it is.
You want to keep picking fights, huh? Why don't you worry about your own body?
You're getting in my way, so stay in your position. Want to say goodbye to your body twice?
Oh, you punk. Want to have a go at it, yeah?
Enough, both of you. Don't you still understand the consequences of carelessness?
I have to prove the fixers of this office wrong.
You're back, huh? I'm sorry, but this is going to hurt.
That was such an idiotic move.
It's what we should always expect when we do work like this.
I warned you time after time to watch your front.
Wouldn't make such a mistake.
It can all be attributed to the inattention of the individual.
I couldn't help. I got afraid again.
Things are going smoothly. It's too soon to be rejoicing, though.
Perhaps I've gotten too slowed up.
Do I have to sit and watch my colleagues die again? can't seem to move. I can't take another step ahead. Yet again, I thought I could fight with them until the end this time. How long am I gonna keep hiding behind others? What could I have changed if I stood with them, fought along? If only I had the courage to stand up to something. If I had that courage, When I was told to run, I hesitated. If I ran away, leaving my master and Sunbae behind, they might think of me as a coward. Maybe they actually wanted me to stay with them. But the decision I made was to listen to them, believing that it was for their sake. I convinced myself that I'd only be a hindrance if I stayed. There's nothing I can do here, so I should go outside and ask others for help. This is all for Sunbae and Master. That I'm doing this for others. I was determined to sacrifice myself for others. But I forfeited, telling myself that this wasn't the right time. Told myself it's fine because I'm still a selfless man. Said a vile and selfish person. I involved Wedge Office, telling them this is for my master and Sunbae. And I took their sacrifice for granted and ran away again. It's not for myself. Trying to justify what I wanted to do. Endlessly parroting. For them. For others. For someone else. For whom? The words I uttered to disguise my selfishness as something greater. He was right. I was the most selfish and dangerous person. I don't want to embellish my motives saying it's for others. I was doing it all for me. For myself above anything else. For me, who's feeling sadder than anyone. No one's going to cry on my behalf, even if I'm sad. This sadness is mine to bear, after all. If I must carry this emotion, if I can't get rid of it, if I have to repeat this cycle of sinking into the swamp of despair and then thinking whatever comforts me, then I'll take the path of getting back on my feet with this sadness instead. Because I believe I can do it. Because it's what I must do. I have to move forward. This power has to be an opportunity given to me. I'll end this fight for sure this time.
This power. Be careful, everyone!
I'm going to do what I can now. What I must do. I won't give in this time. Am I really going down the right path? No. Hesitation won't help me move forward. I won't run. I can't just wait and see anymore!
We have to hold on, everyone! We've almost pulled through!
This feeling is destiny bestowed upon me. I have to soar. I will break this shell that stands in my way. I'll break it all together and soar to a higher place!
Am I really doing a good job?
Why could I only muster up this courage after losing everyone?
I have to win. For everyone's sake.
Wait, why? I still have to finish this!
We made it, everyone. Go back and rest.
Whoa, what is up with that Philip kid? When did he get such high-performing workshop gear? No, not even the workshops can make equipment as good as that. This actually reminds me of that guy.
Ego. That appears to be ego.
Ego? You mean the ego? As in someone's consciousness?
It's a silly wordplay. They're essentially the same thing. The shell of one's ego. It's a physical manifestation of the mind.
What? The mind, physically brought about. That sounds too vague to be a real thing that could happen.
It was the singularity of L-Corp, although the process was different. While L-Corp extracted ego deliberately, Philip must have manifested his thanks to the influence of the White Nights and Dark Days. Yeah, I understand somewhat now.
Put the brakes on your train of thought for a moment. You mean anyone can just extract powerful equipment like that from their mind? Free of charge?
Don't rush me. This is also my first time seeing it manifest this way. If you were so curious, you shouldn't have let him get away.
I didn't know that Coot would put that kind of a device on him. Old man Oscar's still not honest to himself.
You seem to have a number of old friends.
Well, yeah. They're seasoned veterans with mountains of experience. It's not hard to run into them at least once or twice as a fixer, you know? Oh, Mary... Where are we now? How much time has passed?
Tommy! Tommy! You're awake. I'm sorry. I don't really know. I don't know how long we've been here.
We're about 10 days in.
10 days?
How are you feeling right now? You were out cold for 3.
I thought warp trains were supposed to arrive in just 10 seconds. How could this happen? What's going to happen to us? Where are we?
I'm not certain myself, Mr. Tommy. I already heard your name from your lover, in case you're wondering. I'm Elena, currently working as a nurse. And this is JPham, a doctor from our hospital.
A pleasure to meet you.
They took care of you while you fainted.
This is my first time experiencing a delay like this, too. I've used warp trains quite often, you see. I'd always have a pleasant 10-second trip to the destination. Do you know anything about accidents like this, Doctor?
Not at all. This kind of malfunction should surely be fatal to W Corp's image. It's strange that they haven't made any response for this long.
Why are we worrying about W Corp? We're all gonna starve to death trapped inside this train!
Tommy, actually...
Let me tell him. Tommy, you were asleep for the last 3 days. Are you feeling any thirst right now? You didn't consume any water or moisture while you were out, just so you know.
Huh? I'm not thirsty at all.
For some reason, no one here appears to be feeling any kind of hunger or thirst. To elaborate, no one has shown malfunction or distress in vital physiological functions.
How is that even possible? Just what is going on here?
We have no idea. Let's wait a little more. It seems that time is all we have, after all.
Time, huh?
Tommy, you can keep your eyes closed if you're tired. I'll always be at your side.
Me too, Mary. I'll stay next to you all the time.
Tommy! Tommy!
Mary, what's wrong? What's with all this noise?
Tommy, wake up! This is bad!
Although we did expect something like this to happen sooner or later.
What's going on?
It seems trouble has occurred in the carriage next to ours.
What are they doing?
Watch me! Witness me!
A natural reaction to be entrapped in a closed space like this for more than 2 weeks.
Did that person just slice off their own throats?
Huh? This is intriguing, Doctor.
Certainly is. Eileen didn't send us here for nothing.
Look at this. My neck is barely dangling, and I'm still alive.
Tommy!
Stick with me, Mary.
Ah, Mr. Tommy, you're finally awake.
I never thought I'd faint so many times in my life.
The sight must have been quite shocking for Miss Mary as well.
Yeah, she's still asleep. What happened to that person?
If you're talking about the person that slit their own throat, they were put under quarantine in a different carriage.
There's 300 people on board. Can't be the only one to have done such a thing.
Quarantined? You mean they're not dead? They should have died after bleeding so much. You don't usually quarantine a corpse.
They're surprisingly alive, even though the arteries were cut. Blood was spilled all over the floor, but it wasn't completely separated from the body. Not a single drop of blood was scattered or smeared on other surfaces. The pool of blood remained in contact with the body, like a cohesive mass. And that person stayed conscious the whole time, enough to communicate. They're probably still vividly feeling the pain of their neck being slit.
What the hell? How could any of this be possible?
I'm afraid I don't know. Sorry, Mr. Tommy. I can't help but give you the same response all the time.
No, it's alright. I shouldn't expect you to know all the answers after all.
There's one thing we can know for sure.
And that's...
that this is only the beginning. You'll have to brace yourself.
For the sake of your lover as well.
Yeah, I gotta.
Tommy, Mrs. Miho from the next carriage over told me that 5 of the 30 carriages are already filled with suicidals.
Don't worry, Mary. The people in our carriage are still going strong.
It's all thanks to Elena and JPham. It's not just us. Everyone in the 6 adjacent carriages seems to be counting on those two.
It really is. They're so professional and collected. It's reassuring to have them around.
You're right. If it weren't for Elena and JPham, we might have...
Mary, don't say dark things.
The situation is worsening, everyone. Carriages 5 to 15 are still in solidarity, including carriage 7 where we are located, but things are not looking good for the carriages beyond 15. Even just 3 days ago.
Yeah, I heard carriage 19 is already full of half-dead people.
They're breaking into other carriages and ravaging people's bodies. Like, they were playing with them like toys.
That's sadly the case. Those people seem to have decided to accept pain as a way to endure this trial of time.
Have they gone mad? Killing each other just to pass the time.
They aren't exactly dead, though.
Mary, they're crawling around with their limbs barely attached. They're pretty much good as dead.
That's right. We must persevere. We can't stop them from damaging their own bodies. But forcing that pain on others is simply unacceptable.
Miss Elena, JPham, Sir, what can we do? What if they attack my younger siblings?
I'm sure you don't want to be separated from your loved ones. You want to stay with them forever on this trip that might last an eternity, don't you?
Yes, we do. We'll be able to endure it if we're together.
Can you show us a way, JPham?
I don't want to be separated from Tommy either. You feel the same, right, Tommy?
Yeah, of course.
Then please, have faith in us. We need your agreement, and you must be prepared to fight them.
Fight them?
The vile people from beyond Carriage 15, who are trying to break us apart, of course.
They're mad. They're all crazy.
Mr. Tommy, are you still hesitating?
Tommy, look at them. They don't look all too bad. I was shocked at first, but if I can be with you forever, Tommy, then I think I'll be able to make it through.
Sorry, Mary. I need a little more time to think.
Mr. Tommy, while this train has an abundance of time, we don't have much of it left for us.
I won't compel you. The decision is in your hands.
I'll do it. I'll do it, damn it!
Tommy.
So you've decided?
I've seen what happened to the people in Carriage 14. They were already raided. They were just sitting there, drooling, their eyes turned white in shock. I can't let the same happen to you, Mary.
Tommy, I feel the same.
Good. Let's start the procedure immediately. Doctor, preparations, please.
Tommy, how are you feeling?
I don't know. But I'm relieved. I can feel your heartbeat vividly.
Me too. We'll never be apart again.
Thanks to your love, we could keep carriages up to number 10 safe.
All thanks to the new bodies you gave us, Doctor.
I'm flattered to hear that. Your love for each other is what really protected you.
Doctor, Carriage 10 is urgently asking for help.
Mr. Tommy and Miss Mary, could you head to Carriage 10 and lend them your strength?
Huh? But we never fought anyone in our lives. And we aren't strong either.
Your affection for each other will surely invigorate your new body.
We'll trust you, Doctor. We can shove suicidals into their place like a breeze now, Tommy.
Yeah, it's just as the doctor said. Our affection for each other gave us strength.
They keep crawling out no matter how many times we smash them.
They should go quiet for a while now.
Welcome back to the town, Mr. Tommy and Miss Mary.
Tommy and Mary are the heroes of Love Town. Tommy, Mary, you're so cool.
You're back to Mary.
What's up, Mommy?
How have you been?
It's the same as always. I just wonder if I should fold those blood lumps into squares or triangles this time.
That's nice. They enjoy pain anyway, so they should like it.
Where's Daddy?
He went to the front carriage for a moment.
So why'd you call me here, Mommy?
I finally got an interesting toy. It means they've seen enough, according to Eileen.
Interesting toy?
The invitation to the library. Remember the infamous urban legend? The fixers who sat behind you disappeared after receiving an invitation that looks just like this.
Sorry, Mommy. What's a library? What do you mean by fixers?
Ah, right. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry, Mommy. It's our fault for being dumb.
No. He'd have cried laughing if he were here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't punish me.
I'm not scolding you, see? No punishments either. Here, take this. And sign that invitation with the other townspeople. If you can find and bring the books listed on that paper there, I'll give you a prize.
Prize? I like prizes!
Not like you'll make it back anyway.
724,284 days? Are you alright? You don't look so well.
It's disgusting. It's a shame that I can't vomit like humans do.
It's a natural reaction to seeing stuff like that. What kind of malfunction could have stopped a train for thousands of years anyway? Is everything okay out there? I don't really feel that much time has passed, but what if time flew without us realizing while we were busy watching that?
Less than an hour has passed for us since we only watched fractions of the process.
What about the outside world, though?
It should be the same as us. That one is a unique guest. Its book will surely be an interesting read.
Wow! I'm leaving town for the first time! I'm visiting a new place together with all the townspeople.
Greetings, dear guests.
Hello, ma'am. Who are you?
I am Angela, director and librarian of this library you're in.
I'm Tomari, from Lovetown. Angela, Mommy told me to get things called books from this place.
You can find them through the door over there.
Thank you!
Do you happen to remember Tommy and Mary?
Tommy? Mary? Who's that?
Please don't mind. May you find your book in this place.
This looks larger than our town. And I'm seeing lots of tiny people like Mommy.
Love is a good thing.
It's okay. Our love had beat everything.
For everyone
I'm not a fan of killing, but for you guys, I think it's a kindness.
I don't want to die.
They got me.
Mommy might punish me.
I can call it a day now, yeah?
I have to crush the bad guys. Would a square look nice?
Looks like something big's coming. Get out of the way. Or don't.
Triangle sounds better. Do you like playing together? Me too! It's so fun and joyful.
This is starting to get risky. I want to retreat.
I'm scared. Hey, me.
They look even stronger than the bad guys who bully our town.
Alright. I think it's about time we finish this up.
I feel empty. It's like a part of me disappeared. I'm sad. I feel like crying. If you don't understand the power of love, this will help you get it.
I'm being serious about this, if you couldn't tell.
Where are you? I'm so scared. Come back to my side. Tommy! Tommy!
That was... Never make me do anything like that again.
I'm not sure if that was a malfunction with the singularity or anything, but now I see that I may not be the only one to suffer from the copiousness of time.
Well, anything can happen. Does that console you somehow?
Not at all. I'm different. I won't go through the same ordeal ever again. I retained myself unlike those people. I persevered, I didn't let time consume my sanity. I didn't break down,
Alright, let's just calm down and take a deep breath. When the memories of hard times burst forth, you gotta embrace them to the core.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the whole way through. If you wouldn't mind giving the video a like, a comment, subscribing, all that good stuff to help out with the algorithm. We're about 1/3 through the game at this point, and it's officially been over a year since the first video. Can you believe it? I want to give a huge shout out to our returning cast, of course, along with the debut of some of our Reverberation Ensemble actors, but especially our newbies. Every single reception you have seen here has so many strong players. It really feels like everybody was pulling their weight and contributed to our strongest episode yet. Next time we'll be doing Librarian Stories 2, covering the 3rd scene for every patron librarian, and some other assorted ones. So look forward to that sometime during the summer.